Hey guys, what's going on? It's King Clutch here, and today guys, we're back in the NBA 2K20, as I'm going to be showing you guys how you can build a Bradley Beal here in NBA 2K20. Now, this is a crazy build. Like, overall, it's a very, very good offensive player. Like, you can score easily with this player, guys. Like, creating a player like this, it's a monster. Now, Bradley Beal got a ton of credit this year. You know, he played really good for the Wizards, like with John Wall being hurt and everything. It almost reminds me of Booker. You know, they're on a team that's developing, getting better, and eventually they'll get there. But I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can make Bradley Beal here. So what you're going to want to do is, for this skill breakdown, you're going to want to pick the main finishing and the main shooting pie chart for this build. Now, real quick, I also want to say the reason I made this a point guard instead of a shooting guard. I know Bradley Beal is a shooting guard, but when you make this build a point guard, you get more offense, you get more badges in general, making this a point guard over a shooting guard. So that's why we decided to go with the point guard position instead of the shooting guard spot. So we're going to pick the shooting and finishing pie chart for this. For the physical profile, there's two you can pick. Again, this is what I do for all of my guards that I like to make. You can either pick the main speed pie chart here, or you can pick the speed and the vertical pie chart. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the speed and the vertical one. I feel like overall that is the better pick than the primarily speed, just because to me that difference in 4 speed and 4 excel doesn't make up a difference of the 13 vertical. I'd rather have that extra 13 vertical, be able to jump with this build, be able to, you know, play good defense. Just overall, I'd rather have that extra 13 vertical than 4 speed. To me, it doesn't make much of a difference. For the attributes for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to max out this close shot here, the driving layup, and the driving dunk. I'm also going to go ahead and max out my mid-range, my 3-point, my free throw, and my post fake. Now, one thing with this, if you guys want to get this scoring machine build, your pass accuracy cannot go above an 80. I'm going to leave it at 80. Pass accuracy will get below an 80. I'm going to upgrade this ball handle all the way, though, to an 82. And then with these 148 points, so as you guys can see here, we have 15 finishing badges, 21 shooting, 12 playmaking. We don't have any defensive badges. I want to get a few defensive badges for this build, so what we're going to do is upgrade our perimeter D, lateral quickness, our steal, and then these other 34 points, I'm going to go ahead and spend there. Now, I accidentally upgraded this post move by accident. We'll go ahead and throw these on post moves, and then we got 4 of these points left. I'm going to go ahead and throw these on standing dunk to give us 16 finishing badges. So overall, we're getting 16 finishing, 21 shooting, 12 playmaking, and 8 defensive badges. Now, if you'd like, what you could do is you could go ahead and take these defensive rebound badges down. You're only going to get 1 defensive badge then, and throw these extra 40 points. You could throw them on post moves if you wanted. But overall, that doesn't make much sense to me. I get you're getting those extra playmaking badges. You're getting 4 extra playmaking badges, but to me, 1 defensive badge, you might as well get 8. I feel like getting those 8 defensive badges is more worth it than getting those extra 4 playmaking badges. It's really whatever you prefer. If you'd rather have those extra playmaking badges, go ahead, but this way we can play some good defense. We're not a complete liability defensively. So for the body shape, I feel like for guard builds, you can either go built or usually compact is what I've seen people do. I'm going to go built. It's up to you. It's complete preference. On Google, Bradley Beal listed as 6'3", but I'm almost 100% positive he's 6'5". Now, I would make this build 6'5", regardless of what his height is, because having this build at 6'5", overall, I feel like that's a better height sort of point guard build. Pass accuracy went below an 80, so that way we're still going to get a scoring machine, so that's why I said wait until you make the height a little bit taller, and you'll still get that scoring machine build. Otherwise, you would just get a regular offensive threat. This also boosts our driving dunk up to an 83, so once we hit that 85 at 90, I think 7 overall, we will be getting the contact dunks with this build. So overall, with this build, you can score extremely well with it. Now, with the weight, guys, Bradley Beal is listed, I think he's 207 pounds. Yeah, he's 207. So for this, I'm not going to make it 207. The medium spot, the middle spot is 195 pounds. I'm going to go a little bit lighter. I'm not going to minimize it. You could really minimize it and it'd be great. But I'm probably going to go 177. Either way, it's a good choice, but I just want to go 177 because that way I don't lose as much strength. I get the same amount of vertical and excel if I minimize it, so you might as well just go 179. This weight here at 179 pounds. Now for the wingspan, if you mess with the wingspan, you'll get different builds. If you maximize it, I think you get a slasher. If you leave it in the middle, I think you get an inside-out scorer. And then if you go anywhere below the medium spot, you're going to get the scoring machine. So you can go anywhere with any of the wingspans you'd like. I'm going to minimize it. I want the best shooting stats we can get with this build. It doesn't mess with anything else. I mean, it messes with our steal a little bit and our block, but I really don't care that much. I feel like 72 steal is plenty high enough. You can just do what you need to do with the 72 steal. I'm going to minimize it. That'll give us an 84 mid-range and an 83 3-point along with an 82 ball handle, which is great, and then a 55 strength. But really, you could do anything with it. I would suggest going lower than the average. You could even go 78 or 78.9 if you don't want to have T-Rex arms, if you don't want to have really short arms. Bradley Beal's actual wingspan is 80 inches. inches, so I'd say to get close to that, you go with the 79.8. But either way, it's up to you, whatever you'd like to do. I'm going to minimize it, though, for this build. For this, you can choose between all 4 of these takeovers, and I feel like they're all good options. The one that I wouldn't go with, though, is, I mean, really, all of these, you can make a case for every single one of these. Playmaking would be great for this build. You'll be able to speed boost with the playmaking takeover. You know, once you get your playmaking takeover, your attributes will be high enough. Spot up shooter would be good for this build, but the only problem is that, for me, when you have spot up shooter takeover, people just follow you around on the 3-point line. Like, they literally stick to you, and they never leave you alone. Like, they're not going to try to give you a shot. Obviously, if you know your jump shot, you're fine. There isn't much of an issue. Shot creating takeovers are also a good choice, but I'm going to go slashing takeover with this build. I feel like that is the best takeover for most guards in this game. I feel like overall it is the best takeover this year for guards. So I'm going to go slashing takeover, but you could go with whatever you'd like, really whatever your play style is. I feel like Bradley Beal could really take any of these takeovers. There's been times I've seen him dunk, there's been times I've seen him shot create, there's been times where I've seen him pull from really deep, and there's times where I've seen him had some great passes. Really, it's up to you. I'm going to go slashing takeover for this Bradley build video, guys. And what we are going to get for our build, we are going to get a scoring machine here similar to Derrick Rose, Jamal Murray, and Goran Dragic. Now, I know it doesn't say Bradley Beal. If I made this a shooting guard, it would. But to me, making it a shooting guard, you get less badges, so you're just better off making it a point guard. So I'm going to show you guys the badges I would throw on this. I'm going to start it off with these defensive badges. I'm going to put clamps on gold. Bradley Beal can play pretty good defense, and I feel like clamps, if you're playing perimeter D, you're going to want that. And then I'm also going to put intimidator here on gold because you want it. Intimidator's a no-brainer. I feel like that is the best defensive badge. That way you can play better defense against people shooting either on the perimeter or going up for layups. Now with the last 2 spots, guys, I'm going to put chased on artist here on bronze along with rim protector just so I can play good defense in transition. If someone gets a screen, if I get screened, I can still recover and try to get a block that way. That's what I'm going to go with. But if you wanted, I could say maybe lower clamps down and you could put pick dodger on bronze if that's what you wanted to do for that. Now, for these playmaking badges, guys, this build really isn't meant to be a playmaker. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put handles for days on gold, quick first step on gold, and space creator. Those are, you know, what I feel like for every guard build, you're going to want those 3 badges, no matter what. You're going to want to get them as high as you can possibly get them. Now, with these last 3 guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put stop and go tight handles and impeccable all on bronze. A lot of people ask me, oh, why do you have bronze badges? I feel like these work on bronze. They work fine. And then now I feel like I'd rather have, you know, bronze stop and go than a silver tight handles and no stop and go. So that's what I'm going to do for those badges. Playmaking badges, I get gold handles for days, gold quick first step, space creator, and then bronze unpluckable tight handles and stop and go. Finishing badges, guys, I'm going to put cross key score, contact finisher here on Hall of Fame. That's a no-brainer. You're obviously going to want that. I'm going to put fancy footwork here on gold. You could easily put it on Hall of Fame, though, if that's what you wanted. I'm going to put consistent on silver, giant slayer on silver, relentless on silver, and slithery here on silver. Now you got this 1 badge point left. You could put this wherever you'd like. I'm going to put it on slithery finisher, but you could make a case for any of the other ones. But this is what I would do for these finishing badges. Overall, you could definitely finish at the rim with this build. You'll be able to dunk over a lot of people. You'll get contact dunks eventually, and you can shoot. So overall, you can score from pretty much anywhere on the court. But this is what I would do for these finishing badges here, and you could obviously change these a little bit, but this is what I would do for those. Now, when it comes to these shooting badges, guys, I'm going to put quick draw on silver. Again, that's just where I like to have quick draw. You can put it wherever you'd like, whatever you're used to for your jump shot speed, but I'm going to leave it at silver. Now, I'm going to put range extender here on Hall of Fame. Range extender on Hall of Fame, you know, he hits a lot of deep shots with that, you know, in general. I feel like that you're going to want, especially then people have to guard you from everywhere. You can pull from deep, you can drive past them. So I feel like you're going to want range extender there on Hall of Fame. I'm going to put Deadeye here on gold. I'm going to put Hot Zone Hunter on gold. I'm also going to put difficult shots here on Hall of Fame. That's just what I like to do. That way you can shoot from deep. You can hit running 2s. You can hit running 3s as well. But I feel like that is what you want to do. For difficult shots, you can, you know, score from pretty much everywhere. I'm going to put catch and shoot on bronze just to have it. Some people say it's a placebo. Some people say it works. I'm just going to put it there just to have it. These last 4 points, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add green machine here. I'm going to put green machine up to gold. And then what you could do with this is just throw Hot Zone Hunter up the Hall of Fame. But this is what I would do for the shooting badges for this Bradley Beal build, guys. Overall, I feel like this makes a great offensive player. You can score pretty much for anywhere on the court. You can also play defense, getting those 8 defensive badges. You can play make too. I'd say playmaking, and it's probably one of your weaker categories along with the defense. But overall, this build can do it all. You're a great scorer, and overall, I feel like this represents how Bradley Beal plays. He is a scoring machine here in 2K20, guys. So if you guys do enjoy these videos, please subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more build videos like this. But anyways, guys, it's been King Clutch here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Anyways, have a great rest of your day, and peace out, guys. Thanks.